From one neighbor to another, WCTE PBS is here for you. Coming up next is Live at 5 on WCTE PBS and its streaming platforms to provide updates on communities throughout Central Tennessee.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live at 5 right here at WCTE PBS. We're so glad you could join us. We have great things in store for you, and one of those great things is Iva Smith. Iva Smith is the owner of the Spin City, and we know as we get near the end of 2021, 2022 may begin for us on a fitness journey. So we're going to talk to Iva about Spin City and what we should be thinking about as we start this journey of health and fitness. Hi, Iva.
Hi, Donna.
How are you today?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so thankful that you could join us. Listen, my question to you is that you were the owner of Spin City, and how long have you been open?
It'll be 2 years in January.
2 years. That is great. How's business?
We are surviving.
Okay.
Made it through COVID, so that's a blessing.
That was a lot of changes, I expect.
Yes.
All right, so here we are. I'm a beginner. I'm thinking that I need to make some changes in my life for fitness in 2022, but I want to start thinking about it now, just as 21 is closing out. What should I do? Should I be intimidated because I'm not in the best of shape? How do I start? Can you help me and tell me some tips and how we get ready for this?
Absolutely. That is the beauty behind the bike. Anyone at any fitness level can do it. If you have knee, hip issues, the bike accommodates that because it's low impact and it's easy on the joints. So we have a wide range of people that join us in the studio from beginners to advanced, and we can make the class fit your personal fitness level.
So you see sometimes on TV where you're just pumping and they get up on that bike and they say, "Here we go, let's give it a all." And I'm like, "Here I go, I'm sitting down."
Yeah.
So, but you can modify that. That's what I'm hearing you say?
Yes, absolutely. And at Spin City, we encourage all fitness levels to come because that's why I created this, is because I wanted a safe place for no matter what fitness level you was to come in and feel welcomed and safe. And so we encourage you, please stay seated until you have built yourself up to where you are able to come up out of the saddle.
So that is great news. So tell me, do you have classes all throughout the day, or do you have day classes and evening classes? And do they range in cost? How does one find out more information about that?
So we do run 7 days a week. Classes are different. We do have 5:15 a.m. classes 3 days a week. We have 5:30 classes Monday through Thursday, and then we are available on Saturday and Sunday as well. We have spin. We offer yoga, and starting in January, we will be offering HIIT classes. Most classes are 45 minutes. Some do, we offer a little special where we do 60-minute classes, but for the most part, they're all 45 minutes.
So we have a few more minutes to talk. Can you tell me where you're located at and kind of give people, the viewers who are watching, who really want to kind of get into this? It's low impact. We know what the price is. So where are you located and what's the best way to get in touch with you? Do you have a website, a phone number that you could share with us?
Yes, we have a website, www.spincitystudio.com. My cell is posted everywhere at 931-267-8158. Call, text, I will help you any way I can. We are located 420 South Low Avenue, basically right behind Aldi's. You can't miss the big red bike outside on the sign. And so anytime anybody has questions, please call. I would love to answer your questions. We also are running a special through January. 2 unlimited month classes is only 170, and after that it'll be 90 each month.
I see. So if you sign up for a membership, then maybe the price is less. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, absolutely. Normally, when it's not on sale, it's 110 each month, but the special is 170 for 2 months.
And do you have to take so many classes, or it's just that flat rate?
It's just the flat rate if you buy the unlimited classes. We do have a drop-in price. It's $14 per class, but you have lots of other price options to choose from on the website. So I always encourage everyone to look and see what package will fit you best.
Okay. Now, I know a lot of times in exercise, and I'm sure you're no different, should people check with their physicians before they start out in your programming?
Absolutely.
Program, I
For
should
the
say.
most part, though, the bike is safe for everyone. Even if you have heart issues, we know to keep that heart rate under a certain level. And so that's something you need to let the instructors know. If you do have health issues, we need to help you accommodate your bike for.
So is there only one instructor in the classroom, or are there some walking around to kind of help you with your technique, or is there just one in the front of the class?
We have only one instructor per class because we're just a very small studio. And so you get that one-on-one coaching, even though you have a group of 10 people, you're close enough. We are looking at you basically eye to eye. And so we can fix the class to accommodate your level and what you're wanting out of class.
So we've got about 2 more minutes. What I'd love to ask you, Iva, is what made you fall in love with Spin City and made you decide, this is what I want to do. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an owner. What is it you love about Spin City?
I have always struggled with weight in my entire childhood life growing up, and it put me always on the back burner in certain things. And then as I got older, I was like, that no longer controls my life. And I want people to know no matter what size you are loved and you are important. And at the end of the day, for me, being healthy overrides any number that's on the scale. And so for creating a place that people are safe and feel loved and welcome, that is what we're going for. We want you to be healthy for your family and be able to take care of your kids and them have you longer in life.
Oh, I so agree with that, and I'm sure you're doing a great job helping those here in the community. And so what are the hours again? You're open from 5:15 a.m. in the morning, and you close what time in the evenings?
The last class is 5:30 p.m. and so we don't offer classes all day long, but we have a set schedule. And so pretty much every week the same class happens at the same time on different days.
But it could be different instructors, is that correct?
Absolutely, yes. We do have other instructors and they are just absolutely lovely, and we're just blessed to have them. And they care about the clients exactly as much as I do, or if not more.
Well, thank you for joining us. We have learned so much about Spin City. I tell you, you've inspired me to give it a go. I always thought maybe if I got on that bike, I might not get off. But I think with your help, with your guidance from your instructors, that it's a can-do for 2022. So thank you, Iva.
Thank you, Miss Donna. Have a wonderful day.
You as well, and happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
I want every surface in this house to gleam and sparkle.
The post's just arrived, my lord.
Heaven. The king and queen are coming to stay.
What? Here we go.
A royal luncheon, a parade, and a dinner. I'm going to have to sit down.
Here they come now. Your Majesties, welcome to Downton Abbey.
Oh, can I help you?
Someone must, sir. I may never rise again.
Downton Abbey on Masterpiece.
Please join me on Live Green, Tennessee. 'Tis the Season holiday special featuring local home chefs. Joining me will be friends from around the Upper Cumberland from a variety of backgrounds with recipes to inspire you in your kitchen this holiday season.
Hello, everyone. I would love to introduce you to our guest today, which is Jennifer Phelps. She's a certified public accountant. She owns her own business, and it's called Phelps CPAs. Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Donna. How are you? You look festive.
I'm a little bit getting jolly about Christmas just right around the corner. How about you?
Oh, same. I love this time of year.
Well, I wanted you to be my guest because a lot of things start happening at this time of year. We're getting prepared, and of course, this is the night before Christmas Eve, and so, everybody will be cuddled up tomorrow, but they'll also start thinking about maybe some year-end things that they should do after Santa Claus has come to town. So tell me about what we should be considering, you being an expert, certified public accountant.
Oh, okay. Well, Donna, I kind of think of the year-end wrap-up into really two tax buckets. I think of the tax compliance for my clients, and I'll explain about what each component is in just a moment. And then the other bucket is tax planning. So, tax compliance is just checking the boxes, making sure the clients are ready to file on time, that their payments are made timely, that they're doing all the things that they just absolutely have to be in compliance. And the tax planning is where we want to get those tax liabilities as low as they can be legally and ethically.
So if we talk about the compliance issues, not going into great detail, but tell me a little bit about what we should be thinking from the perspective of compliance. So compliance, what should we have? What should we be putting together right now?
Okay, well, it depends on if you're an individual or a business, but I think just some general tips are any kind of charitable giving that you've done, you need to have the correct documentation for that. And if you have a business, even if you're just a sole proprietor and it's an extra schedule on your return, but not a separate business return, you need to be keeping up with those revenue items and your expenses, pull together your bank statements, your credit card statements. And I think one of the most helpful things, well, normally I'd say one of the most helpful things would be to get a tax organizer from your tax preparer, and that gives you detailed guidelines as to what they need. But I'm going to add something to it this year. There's been a lot of tax law changes, and we already made it through 20 with economic stimulus reporting and some issues with child tax credits. And what we discovered, and we want to recommend to our clients, is that we would love to see everyone do an IRS account, set up an IRS account. And this is where you can track with the IRS what they are seeing for your economic stimulus, your child tax payments, everything from your tax background. And it's something great to provide to your tax preparers to avoid notices, penalties, and interest.
Okay, so I'm not sure I've heard of that first bucket before about having a planner, which is really a great idea. But let's spend just a few minutes because we've got, a couple more minutes left. Tell me a little bit about what you thought was needed from the other bucket.
Tax planning. Okay, so, when you go to your tax preparer, compliance is what they are required to do, with it, whatever license or certification they have. But what you hope to have from your financial advisor or your tax advisor or your CPA would be the planning component to lower your tax liability. And so what I do at our firm with our clients is to think about any kind of unique situations you have going on that we could do some restructuring, or we could do, some various tasks to reduce your liability. And some of those things, have to do with items that need to happen before December 31st to take the most advantage. Tax compliance, we have time past December 31st to get those items wrapped up appropriately, but a lot of tax planning items have to be taken care of before December 31st.
That's great to know, and that's why we wanted to talk to you today. So year-end giving, and we have so many in the community that could benefit from that, and WCTE is one of those. We count on, I should say, to continue our programming by the kind donations of our viewers. So tell me a little bit why a year-end contribution needs to be made by year-end and how it can benefit them, the individual or a business.
Sure. Well, in the spirit of giving and in the spirit of tax planning, the charitable contributions certainly are not only helpful to the organization, but also to the giver in a lot of different ways. Some people think typically, oh, I take a standard deduction. I don't think I can take advantage of this. But under the most recent tax law, even if you're a standard deduction taker, you can still get a $600 credit on your tax return for charitable giving. And then if you're an itemized deduction person, you can get a certain percentage of your adjusted gross income as a deduction to your return.
That you don't want to leave on the table, per se.
Exactly. And then if you're a business, you have typically a larger opportunity to not only hopefully give, but also to take advantage of those tax deductions. And something else, Donna, that a lot of people may not have heard about or think about would be maybe a charitable trust. And this could be part of estate planning. That's something I would really think you talk with your tax attorney or your estate attorney about, but there are other opportunities to give substantial amounts and take advantage of that for your estate planning as well.
Well, Jennifer, you have always, or your pleasure to be with us. I know years ago, maybe not so long ago, but the Smithville Jamboree. You've been very supportive of WCTE over the years. So I just knew that I would love to speak with you this time of year because this is information our viewers need. And so I just want to say thank you. If they wanted to make a one-time contribution to WCTE, they would go to WCTE.org. Support. So if you want more information, we'll be in the office until Thursday, so call us at 528-2222 and ask to speak with Susan Luna. All right, Jennifer, let's hear a little bit more about you. People have heard this, want to get ready, so how can they get in touch with you and your team?
Well, we would love to help anyone out who needs some tax advice, tax planning. So we are here in Cookeville, Tennessee on South Low Avenue, and our office number is 931-854-1747, and our website is phipscpatn.com.
Let me know. Are you on the naughty list or the nice list this year?
Well, it's a toss-up each year. I think this year I've ended up on the nice list, because I was just at work the bulk of the time, so surely that can't get me into too much trouble.
Oh, I can't ever imagine a time you would be in trouble. Thank you, Jennifer, for joining WCTE, and we just hope that you'll continue to partner with us, be with us, available to us, because we certainly admire what you do and count on you, and you always come through. Thank you for being our guest today.
Oh, thank you so much for always having me.
It's Christmas. It's opening night for Christmas at Belmont at the Fisher Center for Performing Arts. Join with the students and faculty of Belmont University School of Music as we celebrate Christmas at Belmont.
It's a New Year's Day tradition, and it's back on the streets. London's New Year's Day Parade 2022, featuring some of the greatest American marching bands and cheerleaders. Tune into this public television station on New Year's Day.
Good evening. I'm Lindsay Pride, editor of the Herald-Citizen, with your story of the year for 2021. While many of us thought that COVID-19, which dominated the headlines of last year's news stories, would be over this year, the pandemic has continued to top the list of stories in the Herald-Citizen, as well as in news outlets across the country and world. While the number of hospitalized patients is considerably lower this year than it was at this time last year, the number of COVID-19 deaths in 2021 has already exceeded those who died from the virus in 2020. More than 230 Putnam residents are part of the approximately 18,000 who've died from complications related to COVID-19 across our state. More than 1.3 million in Tennessee have tested positive for the virus since the pandemic began in 2020, and 17,444 of those are Putnam County residents. The FDA has approved vaccinations for those ages 5 and up, and healthcare professionals are recommending a third booster shot for those who received first and second doses at least 6 months ago to offer increased protection against the new Omicron variant. The Putnam County Health Department is continuing to offer vaccinations 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday at the Putnam County Fairgrounds on Walnut Avenue, but will be closed December 30th and 31st for the New Year holiday. You can also visit vaccines.gov to find a vaccination site near you. The Herald-Citizen will continue to report on what happens with the pandemic in 2022. See more at herald-citizen.com and in our 3 print editions each week. Thank you and Happy New Year.
Welcome back, everyone. We are continuing to have such a wonderful time at this most wonderful time of the year. Our next guest will be Marlene Massa. Marlene is a treasure of our community. She's the owner of the Market on the Square, and we're so glad that she could join us today. Hello, Marlene.
Hi, Donna. Ooh, what a nice compliment. A treasure of the community.
You
I
are.
heard it.
We love you. We love
Well,
you.
thanks.
So tell me a little bit about being owner of the Market on the Square. How long have you been at the Market on the Square?
17 years. It's the brightest part of my working life. You know what? It's my baby. I have other babies like everyone else, but the Market on the Square rates right up there.
And you know, you and I were just talking, just having a conversation, and you mentioned to me that the pandemic kind of hit everyone, and this baby of yours maybe got a little bit of bruised, but you wondered if maybe the baby needed to go out with the bathwater, which we would never do, by the way. But anyway, it was not time for you. What changed your mind?
Well, actually, before the pandemic, we started feeling a little bit of the crunch. The new triple, quadruple size Hobby Lobby, TJ Maxx, my goodness, even Publix. You know, when you got so much money to spend and you got more places to spend it, you might want to go there. So I kind of thought, you know what, maybe on the corner in Cookville can't support the Market on the Square. But I was wrong.
Oh, so tell me about that. Not that we are going to relish in the fact that maybe you're wrong, but what changed your mind, Marlene?
Well, the pandemic came. It was tough. It was tough. But like every other thing that's a tragedy or affects so many people, there is always something good out of something bad. And ours was, I said to my daughter, Mara, one day after everything started opening up, who are these people? And she said, I don't know who they are. Well, it was all the people that came from everywhere else that wanted to live in Tennessee, that picked Cookville as their choice of moving. And they were coming in the market. Well, you know, we have our wonderful regulars, and their faces were still there smiling, but all these new people, and a lot of them aren't from the South, and a lot of them think that the kind of stores that we have to offer are quite unique.
So for someone that's just moving into the area, who's just hearing about your unique shop, tell us a little bit about what they would see, feel, expect, enjoy as they walk into the Market on the Square.
Well, we are unique, and that's kind of our trademark. We have things that you can't find. We also have advertised before saying if you can't find it in a kitchen gadget at the Market on the Square, then you probably don't need it. The kitchen is a big draw, the kitchen area, and we do have a lot of things that you can't find.
I find the unique clothing and the baby gifts, all those things are available at the Market of the Square.
Right, and home decor and candles and gifts, and we wrap complimentary wrapping year round. And we will give you great customer service, that's for sure.
So today is December 23rd. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. We'll be cuddled in our beds in our favorite PJs, waiting for St. Nick to join us. But your day will end on or around what time?
3 o'clock.
3
and
o'clock.
It's usually all men on Christmas Eve. They're coming in there, one right after another, and they're looking for that great gift. And we're there to help them, for sure.
I love that. So then what will happen after the doors close the 23rd? We'll all enjoy Christmas morning. And then what big is happening on Saturday at the Market on the Square? I think every year everyone looks forward to this. What is that tradition?
Well, Saturday, I guess, isn't Saturday Christmas? And so we're closed. And usually the day after Christmas is our big sale. It's insane at the store the day after Christmas. But this year, Christmas the day after falls on Sunday, and we will be closed. So we are ready to pop Monday at 10 o'clock with our after Christmas sale. And I hope that everybody comes and joins us and finds just that right thing after. We still have plenty of merchandise, and people that have gift cards can really still have a great choice.
Oh, I hope I got a gift card under the tree this year, because we certainly adore and love our time at the Market on the Square. So it opens at 10 and it closes at what time?
At 6. Our store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6.
Okay, all right. And what's the biggest lesson you think that you've learned in the retail world after 17 years, pandemic, just, the general challenges of owning a business? What would be the number one lesson that you feel like that you're going to walk away in 2021?
You know what? I could get a little teary-eyed, but I think the lesson that I always try to learn is if you love what you do, you can do it.
Oh, Marlene, that's such a great lesson to have learned. And you know what? We love you, and we love Market on the Square. And we hope that your team and you have some rest, but come back and ready to just give us that retail experience that we've come to love at Market on the Square. Anything you'd like to tell your viewers before we go?
Oh, yes. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, how will you spend? Do you have a tradition, if I may ask, of what you will do on Christmas with you and yours?
Well, we do a Christmas breakfast is what we do. And then the rest of the day is, just laying around and doing what you want and playing whatever game you got, or admire something that you might wear, or just, I think, pretty regular.
Now, do you have a large family, small family?
Well, I'm lucky enough that myself, my daughter, and her family live together, and I have grandchildren that come. They all come on Christmas Eve and spend the night. So we're all there Christmas morning.
Oh, I love that. Do we have Christmas pajamas?
We do. Usually, yes, ma'am, we do.
I'm in. I may drop by. Marlene, thank you so much for joining us. I love what you had to share about the retail, the lesson learned, and I hope that 17 years from now, you can look back and share more wisdom with us. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, and I hope it's my daughter, Mara, 17 years from now, that can still be at the Market on the Square. Thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you.
From one neighbor to another, WCTE PBS is here for you. Join us back for the encore on Sunday at noon. A brand new show of Live at 5 will return at 5 p.m. next Thursday. Thank you for watching.